And what it was I had made so many excuses as to why I was late to calls, why I didn't hit my assignments, why I didn't do what I needed to do. And he had this really tough conversation with me. And he said, Rob, if a business succeeds, whose fault is it? And I was like, I mean, what do you mean? He's like, if a business succeeds, all 1,000 employees move into the direction they have a successful year, whose fault is it? That the person who orchestrated. I was like, the CEO. He said, if a business fails, whose fault is it? And I said, the CEO. He said, Rob, if you get to the end of your life and it's not what you wanted it to be, and you didn't create the life that you wanted to, make the money that you wanted to, have the success, the love, the happiness, travel the places that you wanted to, whose fault would it be? And I said, it'd be my fault. And he said, if you did create the life that you wanted to, had the love, the happiness, the abundance, everything that you wanted, whose fault would that be? And I said, it'd be my fault. And he said, the problem with you is you're treating this life as if you're the victim. And what you need to realize that everything that happens to you is your fault, and that your life won't change until you decide that you want to be the CEO of your life.
I don't know how that would have felt when you heard it at that point.
It hurt.
Yeah, exactly. With that mindset. Like, and I think a lot of people today would find that offensive. They might get hurt by it. How did you transfer that energy to be like, no, this is actually helpful. It's not hurtful.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little bit hurt, but I felt truth. I felt like, yeah, he's right. Because when I look at the path of where my life was going to go, had I continued to blame everybody else, it wasn't going to be good. But when I looked at people who I knew who took full ownership of their life, one of my probably my first mentor, without even it being on purpose, was my Uncle Dan, who was an incredibly successful guy, had a bunch of success, but also was incredibly giving, always so loving. And he never blamed anybody else for when his business failed and he brought it back from nothing and rebuilt it. He never blamed anybody else. He was always there for everyone else, but he always took everything as his responsibility.